I move to approve the minutes.
All right, I'll second. All in favor of that?
Aye.
So that's all set. The second one is approval of the warrants. So I'll entertain a motion to approve payroll warrant number 20 for $332,627.75. School warrant number 1047 for $104,634.97. The general warrant number 1048 for $88,931.93. And general warrant number 1049 for $181,049.72.
So moved.
And I'll second. All in favor of that?
Aye.
And then the next item is financials. So we'll take them out of order. We had Ian here as, we got Ian on the new business. Why don't we do new business so that Ian doesn't have to sit online for the rest of this?
Okay, sure.
So what do we got?
Okay, so I don't know if you have it in front of you or not, but the reason I'm on the call here and would be in the meeting in person is that we are looking for the selectmen to vote on selecting a contractor for the West Side infrastructure study. We solicited an RFP for that back in February and received 5 proposals. And using with a proposal review team consisting of myself and a fellow coworker, Kevin, as well as Jim from the sewer department and Tara here. We reviewed the 5 proposals and found that the proposal from Leonard Engineering was the most advantageous of the 5. We then opened up the pricing packages for each of the proposals since we had those separate. And we found that while Leonard Engineering came in about the third for about $124,000, when the max that we were allowing for this project was $131,000, we found that their price mix still allowed them to be the most advantageous of the 5 proposals, and that so we forwarded that to the Finance Committee to recommend their approval, recommend the approval from the board to select Leonard, and I believe that was successful. And so now we are sending the recommendation to you to vote on, and I'm just on the call in case you have any questions about the process, the project, Leonard. We did some background checks on the company. We reached out to a couple of towns that have worked on projects with them in the last 10 years and had everybody that we talked to had nothing but good recommendations for using the firm. We checked all of their permit or licenses are like professional accreditation licenses. They're all active. There's no debarments against the firm on at least 3 of the state's contract or state's lists that look at debarred companies. And so, and having worked with them before on a separate project as well, I think that they are a good firm. They will do a good job. They helped scope out the project originally when we were applying for the CDBG application. They were the ones that did an initial quick look at the project and said, here's, sort of what it would require. So I think that the town will be in good hands going with Leonard. And that's why we just wanted to recommend to the board to vote on is to move forward with this.
And Leonard is the same firm that did.
Is that your picture, John?
Oh my God.
Wow.
He's still connecting.
Oh. Yeah, they did the Horse Pond Dam, and we were really happy with how they worked with us. So
Mhm.
I'm good with Leonard.
Yep. And they're also doing the emergency action plan that we have to now develop. So the town's familiar with their work. So.
Okay, well, that's good.
Oh, hey, John, welcome to the party. voice
hear
isn't
him.
on. How were you at reading lips? Oh, there you go. Connecting.
We all get there eventually.
Baby steps.
Yeah, and we're
Yeah.
done. Thank you. I'll give him a second to connect to the audio. You connected? Can you hear us? John, can you hear us?
Don't.
All right. Well, Tara, is there anything to add on Leonard?
No, as Ian said, they had the best presentation. The pricing was a little bit higher, but not that much. It was right in the middle, so.
Yeah. And so with the higher pricing, we're getting, they have other benefits, right? So
Yes.
that's probably why, even with the higher pricing, it's more beneficial to the town.
Yes, yeah.
Yes, and I will say that even though they have a little bit higher price than the lowest option, the lowest one came in at 119. And so from 119 to 124, it's not a huge increase, but given that their familiarity with the town and with the area and the types of projects, as well as familiarity with the CDBG program, so they know exactly what goes into it and really how the payment works. I think they're a good option.
Yep. And that's all grant money, right? So we're not, yeah. Need to turn your microphone on or something, John. I don't know if I could turn
And
it off
so
from
if,
my end.
and if you do vote on it, the next steps would be that, Dale, you would sign the notice of award that I sent over to Ashley. And then we can scan that and send it over to Leonard for them to sign. Once that's done, then we will work up the contracts to sign for both you and Leonard. And once that is done, we can give them the notice to proceed and they can start working on the first big task of the project, which is the field work. Although we will have to talk between Leonard, the town, is if the town is comfortable with them proceeding on field work, given the current situation. But that's a conversation we can have at a later time once that everything is voted and approved.
All right. Can you hear us, John?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah.
I pushed the right button.
Just keep
Sorry.
pushing buttons, you'll find the right one. So we're talking about approving
Push,
Leonard
push.
Engineering for the project. There was a package in the office. I don't know if you get to review it or not.
Yep, yeah, I looked.
All right. So Jason made a motion to approve Leonard as the, what are they? The contractor on the,
The contractor for the West Side improvement plan.
okay.
Second,
All right. Motion made and seconded. Anybody else have anything to say on that? Nope. All in favor? All right.
I,
All right, thank you.
Give us a thumbs up, Jason. We'll record your aye vote. How's that?
All right, well, thank you very much. And yeah, just once you sign that, let me know and we can send that to Leonard for them to sign as well.
All right. We got a time limit for that? Do we got to get it in ASAP or?
I mean, the quicker we get it turned around, the better. It gives them more time to do some of the field work that they might be able to do in April. They did say that the sooner they can do this, that their subcontractor that's doing some of the aerial drone footage, they need to do some on ground footage or survey to tie into it. And if they can do that before the trees really start to come in full, the better. So I think if we can get something to them by the end of the week, at least like the notice of award by the end of the week, I can start getting the contract, which is very boilerplate, start getting that together.
Okay. Ashley, will you be in the office tomorrow or no?
I will, yeah.
All right. And you have the document that I need to sign?
Yep.
All right. I'll stop by tomorrow and sign it and you'll have it.
All right, thank you very much.
All right. Thanks, Ian.
See you your meeting.
Thank
Bye,
you,
Ian.
Ian.
right.
What else do we have? Oh, fire department. Fire department request for money for the FinCom. We had that.
What is it for again? Oh,
Do you see it?
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
That's the reserve fund request for the fire department. They're looking for money from the from the finance committee. It looks like there's some damaged hose that they incurred from a structure fire, and they have some replacement hose on the way. They're short in their account, so it looks like they have 540 left in the account. They need 782.36 on top of that. So we'd be voting to send that on to the finance committee to see if they'll take it from their unanticipated emergency fund.
so moved.
Second.
All right, motion made second on that. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. So what else do we have?
All right, Jason.
Hi, John.
You guys weren't making fun of me while I couldn't speak to you, were you?
Oh, absolutely were.
Let's see. What else do we get?
Create more of these and I'll have it down. See that?
Yeah, we get 20 on the. I got 20 of these scheduled.
Posted, yeah, I saw that.
Hopefully we don't need them.
Yeah, exactly. So what else we got? Board of Selectmen, Ashley, what was that one? Is that the one for the Purple Heart?
Purple Heart, yeah.
That I think was already approved by the Finance Committee, right?
Yeah,
We
I
talk-
just needed you guys to approve it.
Oh, so we haven't voted on that?
No,
Yeah, I think that night we told them we would get the money from somewhere and we committed to it. So I did bring it up with the Finance Committee and they voted. So I guess we need to vote to request the money that the Finance Committee has already approved.
So moved.
$200 and something.
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
And then we got the CDBG grant money stuff.
yeah, it's the second invoice for the FY19 grant. So you guys just need to vote to approve it and then sign it, which Dale, you've already signed it.
Oh, okay, yeah, this is the one we're talking about. So the total is 4,237.77, and that's the breakdown.
Yeah, and that's all grant money.
Yep. So
I move to approve.
okay.
We have to just go down and sign that tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yep.
All right, second.
All in favor?
All right.
Aye.
Aye. All right.
I think I signed that earlier too.
yeah, if you came in, you signed it too. So John's the only one that needs to sign it.
All right. So that's that. Ian's done. I guess the only thing we need to talk about is potentially postponing the elections. I think Tara has some information on that. She's the one that kind of broached it earlier, so.
I mean, it's just that the governor just extended the, whatever it is, his order. And it comes off on May 4th, which is the day of our election. I can conduct the election via absentee and early voting through the mail. It's up to you guys. Nothing's
You can-
contested.
Is the state making a recommendation?
The state is letting the towns decide. Many of the towns have postponed them out and rescheduled to, I mean, anywhere from the end of June to beginning of June.
So everybody just stays in place where they are until that. Right?
Yeah, but
Whoever's
I
in,
asked, yeah, and I asked Tara if there were any contested races, and there aren't, right? So
No,
everybody's running on a post, so it's really not going to change the landscape other than people that are not running and somebody has to that spot won't be into that spot for another month, right?
but the people who are in the position now have to stay in it, which, like you said, there's no one's running, to oppose anyone.
Yeah.
Should we let them know that they're in it for another month or so? Or are they gonna just assume they are? The ones that weren't running again.
I think Bob Locatelli's the only one that's for the Board of Health. He's not run. Oh, and Kristen for the school committee. I can just let them both know.
Yeah. And I
If
don't know
you
that it makes
decide
sense.
to push it off, it's up to you guys.
Yeah. Well,
When do you need to know by?
I have to order the ballots. I can use them with the old date. So we have, I think it's up until 10 days before, which is the day that the people would have to register to vote.
I don't know, this thing is supposed to peak in a week and a half here, so
yeah.
we go a month? Go into June?
Yeah. Do you want to just do it the first Monday in June instead of the first Monday in May and give it some space?
We can do
Yeah,
that.
let's do that.
Not a bad idea.
All right. So I'll entertain a motion to postpone the general election to the first Monday in June and the annual town meeting to take place the first Friday following the first Monday.
So moved.
Second,
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
So that'll have to be posted and, we'll let people know that we're going to move just everything 30 days. So the election will be that first Monday and the annual to follow it. So,
Now, what about that special town meeting that we were looking at?
that'll precede the annual, so we'll
Okay.
leave it. We'll leave it because it doesn't make sense to get everybody together
No,
for a special
absolutely
town
right.
meeting.
Absolutely right.
So it looks like the first Monday in June is actually June 1st. That's a Monday. So the election would be Monday, June 1st, and the annual town meeting with the special town meeting to precede it on June 5th.
Okay.
Now, is that going to mess up anyone for their financial stuff that they were all talking about? Like, I think sewer needed something for the special.
Yeah, they're gonna have to wait. I mean, it's just,
Okay.
I mean, that's the time we're in, actually. It's nothing we can really do about it. Everybody's kind of in a whole pattern.
I know.
when would we vote on the warrants that are written up? 'Cause that gets done on the annual, right?
Yeah,
No.
we gotta do them both.
Oh, yeah. Annual and special.
But
I
they're
think
different time standards for them, right?
Yes.
I think the special is 14 days and the annual is 7 days. Is that what it was?
I
Or do
think
I
Something
have
like that.
Yeah.
I can look that up. I don't have it right with me.
Yeah, so let's make sure we get that on the agenda for, say, the first week in May to start looking at the warrants for approval by the board.
Okay.
And that'll give us a cushion of a week or two to adjust any warrants.
Yeah.
Good. Anything else? I think that was all we had. Was there anything else we needed to?
No, that was it, I think.
Jason,
Okay.
anything else?
All set.
John?
No public comment period?
Yeah.
All right.
We have no public.
So
All
I
right.
walked down the trail today with my wife and the dog.
Yeah.
It's being used by a ton of people.
I hear
So-
people talking about it.
I'm glad we got it open when we did because it's given people a place to go.
Yeah.
I saw, Mindy and I went down there with the dog, I don't know, 3:30-ish, and there were at least eight people either ahead of us or behind us walking up and up. And that was
Nice.
from Wood Street down to Con Warren. So, I mean, they're walking all parts of it. So that's a good thing.
Nice.
Good.
Yep. And how did that parcel in East Brookfield come out? Did you check that out?
What was that?
The Gordon property that was rearranging.
Oh,
their-
yeah.
You got
You
his
saw
trees
that, huh?
up. Yeah, he got his trees up and he got his garden out. So
Yep.
he should be able.
Yep.
And he said he was going to do some grading there. So I guess we're good to go on that.
Nice.
Well, he had the excavator there. See if he could level that out for us. I don't know if he did. I didn't go by, but that was just kind of a, gee, while you're there, you know.
Yeah, he sent me an email saying that he did a little bit of leveling out as much as he
Yeah.
thought he could with the conservation approval.
I did walk down there with the survey guy, that Joe Levesque. He did the one down for the town park for us for nothing there.
Mhm.
So I showed him 4 spots that I'd kind of like him to look at. One is behind Mr. Gregoire's house, and then there were a couple of other ones. He's gonna give us a ballpark figure on what it would cost to survey those and put up pins, so we'll know where we are when we need to go down there.
Okay.
So I walked it with him, what I do, Saturday morning, I went down there with him. That's when I saw Larry Gordon with his excavator in the swamp there.
Okay.
So
Did you check?
We get back to us and we'll see what we have money for or whatever, so.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to ask, if you checked that line item to see how much we had left in that rail trail money.
I can tell you right now. Hang on.
I'm pretty sure the excavator was not in the swamp, John.
No, it wasn't. But there was no 50 feet between it and anyways,
He had special permission.
he did. I wanna meet that guy that gives the permission.
Yeah, we still have money in the rail trail account. So,
How much is in there?
right now there's 7,800 in there.
Okay,
So we should be good. I haven't filed taxes yet, but that won't be all of that.
well, we're getting another 10, and hopefully.
What was that?
We're getting another 10 put in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
we were
believe.
asking.
Yeah.
Well, just a couple of spots we have to survey, and behind Crowley Fuel, where the guy, Dale knows this spot, it was a little wet in there last year, where the guy is doing the cordwood there.
Yep.
I think it would be kind of good to know where we are there and maybe get some lease money out of that guy.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem to be wanting to move his production area there, so if we can get lease money from him, I think we should,
Yeah.
if you guys think so. I mean, he's been using it for 20 years and he's selling his cordwood, so he's making money off working on our property, so.
Yeah, we'll have to see how much he charges, and then the other thing, John, that we need to survey is on the playground. There's one of the abutters there on that road that comes off in North.
St. Clair
Sit-
Ave.
Area,
Yeah, he's
Yep.
got wood and all sorts of debris stacked on. Well, he thinks it's his property. If you look at the plan for the playground and the property line, it shows a straight line. So he's clearly on our property, and it's right where the kids play over there where that whirly thing is and the swings. So Danny Roman had asked about seeing if we could have him remove that, and I think we'll need a survey for that.
I can have him take a look when he comes up with the numbers. I'll have him take a look over there.
Yeah, that'd be good. We'll get that survey too, and then give this guy, whoever it is, a cease and desist and tell him to get it off of there within 30 days, or we take it off ourselves. So,
Yeah, well, I know who he is. I mean, if you want, I can have a talk with him before it goes any further, I'll just go talk with him and say, either you move it or we'll move it and you'll lose it, you know?
Yeah, well, you can give it a shot because Danny Roman has tried a few times and has not met with any success at all. So then he asked me about doing a formal get off our land letter.
Yeah.
So, and I didn't want to send that to the homeowner until we had a survey, so we knew exactly what the line was.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a straight line, and I did see the stuff, because Danny had some orange fencing over there to keep the kids away, so.
Right. Yep. So, yeah, try talking to him, see what he says, let me know. We'll do a survey of that one parcel. Shouldn't cost us much. We'll go from there.
All right,
All right, so good. Anything else? No? Jason, good?
Move to adjourn.
second.
All right. Motion made, seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Good night, everybody. Thanks.
Good night.
Good night.
How do you shut this thing off now?